Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Unleashed, the place where learning English meets real-life lessons. I'm Leo, and today we're diving into one of my favorite books by John C. Maxwell called The 16 Undeniable Laws of Communication. Apply them and make the most of your message. This book is not about fancy speaking tricks. It's about how to make people truly listen when you talk. Maxwell reminds us that communication isn't magic, it's a skill. And the good news is, anyone can learn it. Yes, even you and me. In this video, I'll walk you through each of the 16 laws using easy English, short examples, and real-life stories to help you understand them deeply. So, if you're ready to become a powerful communicator, let's begin. Law number 1, the law of credibility. Before people listen to your words, they look at your life. That's what credibility means. It's the trust that connects your message to your actions. If people don't trust you, they won't listen for long. Maxwell says, be believable before you ask others to believe you. Think about it. If someone tells you to eat healthy but eats junk food every day, would you take their advice seriously? Probably not. Here's a beautiful story from Mahatma Gandhi. A mother once brought her son to Gandhi and said, "Please tell my boy to stop eating sugar." Gandhi replied, "Come back in 2 weeks." When they returned, he finally said to the boy, "Stop eating sugar." The mother was surprised and asked, "Why didn't you tell him that before?" Gandhi smiled and said, "Because 2 weeks ago, I was still eating sugar myself." That's credibility, living your message before preaching it. If you want people to trust your words, make sure your actions speak first. Law number 2, the law of observation. To grow as a communicator, become a student of communication. Observation means watching carefully, paying attention to what works when others speak. Watch great communicators, teachers, leaders, actors, YouTubers, and ask yourself, why do I enjoy listening to them? Is it their smile, their voice, their body language, or their confidence? Learn their good habits, but don't copy them exactly. Instead, take small pieces that inspire you and make them your own. It's just like learning piano. You listen to great players first, then develop your unique style through practice. That's the power of observation. Law number 3, the law of connection. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Connection is about the heart, not the head. When you speak, don't focus only on your message. Focus on your listener. Ask, what do they care about? What do they need right now? If you're speaking to students, talk about dreams, exams, or school life. If you're speaking to parents, talk about family, time, and love. When people feel understood, they listen more deeply. Think about your favorite teacher. You liked them because they cared. That's the secret of connection. Law number 4, the law of anticipation. A good communicator makes people want to hear more. Anticipation means creating excitement for what comes next. It's what movie trailers do. They give you just enough to make you say, "I can't wait to see the full story." When you speak, try this. Say something like, "In a minute, I'll tell you one story that changed my life." Now your listeners are curious. They lean in. But remember, don't build suspense and give nothing. If you make people wait, reward them with a powerful story or idea. Build anticipation, then deliver value. Law number 5, The law of simplicity. Simple is powerful. Many people think using big words makes them sound smart, but the truth is clarity is strength. The simpler your message, the faster people understand and remember it. Use short sentences. Avoid complicated expressions. Use examples that bring ideas to life. Instead of saying utilize, just say use. Instead of assist, just say help. That's simplicity. Clear, kind, and beautiful. Law number 6. The law of inclusion. Great communication is not about me, it's about us. Inclusion means bringing everyone into your message. When people feel included, they pay more attention, they feel respected, and they remember your words. So instead of saying, I want to teach you something, say, let's learn this together. Instead of, I know this, say, we can explore this idea. When your audience feels they are part of your message, they become emotionally involved. They don't just listen, they connect. Inclusion turns a simple talk into a shared experience. Law number 7. The law of story. Facts make people think. Stories make people feel. Every powerful speaker knows that stories reach the heart faster than logic ever can. When you tell a story, your message becomes real, human, and unforgettable. You can tell stories from your own life, from history, or from people you've learned from. For example, if you say, exercise is important, people might not, but they'll forget soon. If you tell a story about someone who changed their life through exercise, people will remember forever. Stories create emotion, and emotion creates memory. So when you speak, tell a story. It gives your message a heartbeat. Law number 8. The law of visual expression. People don't just hear your message, they see it. Visual expression means using your face, your hands, your tone, and your energy to bring words to life. Smile when you talk about happy things. Use your eyes to connect. Move your hands naturally to show your ideas. You can also use pictures, slides, or simple objects. For example, if you talk about hope, show a candle or a sunrise, something that people can feel with their eyes. The more your audience can see what you mean, the more they'll remember what you said. Law number 9. The law of feedback. Communication is not a monologue, it's a conversation. Feedback means the reactions, expressions, and emotions your listeners give back to you. When you speak, watch your audience. Are they smiling, nodding, looking confused? If they seem lost, explain again. If they seem bored, change your tone or tell a story. And after you finish, ask for feedback. What did they like? What was confusing? What inspired them most? Great communicators listen as carefully as they speak. That's how you grow, improve, and stay connected to your audience. Law number 10. The law of preparation. A great talk doesn't start on stage, it starts before the stage. Preparation means getting ready, organizing your thoughts, and practicing your message. John Maxwell says, every great communicator rehearses long before they perform. Know your topic, know your audience, and know your purpose. When you prepare well, confidence comes naturally. When you don't, nervousness takes over. Remember, practice doesn't make perfect, it makes you prepared. And preparation is the foundation of confidence. Law number 11. The law of humility. The best communicators are not the proudest, they are the most real. Humility means being honest and open, not pretending to be perfect.
It's okay to admit mistakes or share moments when you failed. People connect with your truth, not your perfection. When you speak with humility, your audience feels safe. They think, this person is just like me. And that's when real connection begins. Humility isn't weakness, it's strength with honesty. Law number 12, the law of conviction. If you don't believe your message, no one else will. Conviction means speaking from the heart with passion and confidence. People can feel when you truly believe what you're saying. They can also feel when you don't. If your voice, eyes, and energy all show belief, your words carry power. When you speak with conviction, even simple words can move people. That's how great leaders and teachers inspire change, not with big words, but with deep belief. Law number 13, the law of expectation. Your attitude shapes your audience. Expectation means believing the best about the people you're talking to. If you think your audience is smart and interested, they will rise to meet that belief. If you think they are bored or difficult, they'll prove you right. Energy is contagious. Smile, stay positive, and expect good things, and your listeners will reflect that same energy back to you. Communication is like a mirror. What you give is what you get. Law number 14, the law of inspiration. Words can touch the mind, but inspiration touches the soul. Inspiration means helping people see what's possible, not just what's true. A great communicator doesn't just teach, they lift others up. Use your message to give people hope, courage, and confidence. Remind them that change is possible, that growth is within reach, that they can do more than they think. When people leave your talk feeling stronger, you've done your job as a communicator. Law number 15, the law of legacy. A great message lives longer than the messenger. Legacy means leaving something valuable behind. Ideas, lessons, and inspiration that continue to help others even when you're gone. Every time you speak or write, ask yourself, will this help someone? Will this make someone's life better? If the answer is yes, then you're building a legacy, one message at a time. Your words can outlive you. That's the power of a meaningful message. Law number 16, the law of consistency. Finally, communication is not a one-time act. It's a lifelong practice. Consistency means showing up again and again, improving, learning, and growing. The more you speak, the clearer you become. The more you share, the deeper your impact. Keep speaking, keep learning, keep growing, because great communicators are not born. They are built through practice, patience, and purpose. So let's quickly review the 16 laws of communication in simple words. Be believable. Learn by watching others. Connect with hearts. Create curiosity. Keep it simple. Include everyone. Tell stories. Show, don't just tell. Listen and learn. Prepare before you speak. Be humble. Believe in your message. Expect good things. Inspire others. Leave a legacy. Stay consistent. Thank you for listening to English Unleashed, where we make English and communication easy, natural, and powerful. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep growing.